Abzan Doom. Doom here refers to Doom Foretold. The beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. They can't. They discard a card, lose 2 life. You draw a card, you gain 2 life. You get a 2/2 knight. So how are we fueling Doom Foretold? So we've got golden eggs and miscellaneous cats and geese and othakayas to have extra permanents to sacrifice to our own Doom Foretold. So eventually our opponent has to discard a card and we get to draw a card and get a 2/2. We got Ethereal Absolution at the top end to be a kind of a breaker in the cat's mirrors. And then we've got other just miscellaneous reasonable cards. We got Trail of Crumbs to generate some card advantage because most of our decks is permanents. So let's go ahead and dive on into some matches with this one and see how it goes. Actually, the last match of our last set was against something very similar. Hey, Qdoba, for the first time last week, man, you weren't like, I am many things, but I am not a liar. You will always find the truth about the quality of various Tex-Mex offerings here in Hooglandia. Qdoba is wonderful. Listen, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. That's allowed. Am I just like eating this food? I think I'm just eating this food here. Yeah, feels blue-white control, man. I assume they plan to counter Trail of Crumbs on the way back down. They didn't take the bait, chat. They didn't take the bait. You're just supposed to shock this in and play the golden egg. It's also possible I'm just supposed to jam Trail so that way I can play Doom Foretold the next turn and have it more likely resolve. They know about both of these currently. It's also very possible with these cantrips, I'm supposed to just like try and hit 6 lands. So I can like play 2 must counter cards in a turn. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Firestorm. Qdoba's like, it's like Taco Bell quality with like Chipotle prices. I think it's not an unreasonable. Because, like, Taco Bell's, like, fine. Because, like, what you're paying for it is dirt cheap. I'm gonna have to take a look at this mana again after this. Only having 1 planes in my Kaya's Wrath deck seems real awkward. Local, authentic Mexican food is great. You just might make just to make sure my position on that is clear. Really? All right. All right, deal. We let it resolve. Thank you. I, too, would like to make land drops. Taco Bell KFC hybrid. So I think I'm going to play a land and pass here. And I'm going to just kill these with spot removal. So I'm going to let their scries resolve. And after their scries resolve, I'm going to murder their stuff. The sequencing here is important to note, because if we kill their stuff before they scry, how they scry could be impacted by knowing that their stuff is dying. Hey, Captain Jack, thank you for the 19 months of support. I appreciate you keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at. Untapped land. Rats. I think I just gotta start running into counter spells here. Okay, Oven's pretty good. Oven gets me some sick card advantage going. And then we can lead on Oven and then stick Doom Foretold next turn. Wow, way to tap my Trail of Crumbs. Rude.
I'll protect you.
Goodbye, friends. Wow, are we about to beat this deck? Every other standard deck we've played has had a really bad blue-white control matchup, so playing something that doesn't suck against blue-white control is refreshing. Feels good, man. Feels amazing, man. You get to sack the cat here, and then bring it back and draw a card with Trail of Crumbs. Nice control deck. I should probably register this card for the Mythic Championship qualifier weekend. Or Saturday. It's not even a weekend term anymore. It's just Saturday. Gotta pick what I want to punch my lottery ticket with, chat. What do I want to try and 10-1 with? If you go 9-2, you get $9 worth of gems. If you go 10-1, you get an invite to a giant tournament. Yay, magic. Hashtag magic is not gambling. Does blue-white go up to 4 planar cleansing post-board against Oven decks? Yeah, I'd assume. Planar cleansing's a big part of the reason to play the opponent's archetype. Do you have a Brazen Borrower? If you don't, you're about to be very sad. All I have to say is, I'm glad WotC's moved away from top-heavy price structures, right? Magic. So, I wonder, and it's going to be interesting to see, how many people in their top 200 rankings are people that get handed invites to the Mythic Championships, or the Mythic Invitationals. Because the Mythic Invitationals give out Mythic points, right? So, like, a lot of the people in that top 200 are likely going to be people who... Thanks, Lively. Noted. Oh, that's real good. So they don't have anything to discard, but I get 2 2/2s, I gain 4, and I draw 2 cards. Absolution will be important later. I don't know. Resolving the 6-mana enchantment doesn't have a huge payoff here because they're a Teferi deck. I mean, it's not like the Republicans are allowed to call whoever they want at the trial in the Senate that they're going to call no witnesses at. That's definitely not the case, right? Yeah, Scottish. Eggs are really good. They're more than good. They're great. All right, coffees for closers. Let's go. Hey, what happens when a regular person doesn't show up for the court date? They're thrown in jail. But you probably knew that answer. You probably knew that answer, but yeah, if normal people did what Trump's administration did by ignoring subpoenas, they would be in jail. That's how it works for everybody else. That's how the other half lives. Laws are for poor people, not rich white people. That's how America works. If you think that's not okay, vote for Bernie. Pick your favorite progressive and vote in the primary. Vote in your down ticket elections too. They matter. Man, Katz's 2/2s are sweet. Kenrith's transformation. That's a sweet one. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. There's only 26 cards left in my deck. I like how we're still playing Magic. Do they think they're gonna, like, time me out? Is that their plan? They're just, like, dealing clock damage? Hey, thanks for the 2 months, Redensten. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Alright, Oath is lethal, right? Your face is the place. Yeah, Planner Cleansing was there out there. Duress sounds great. Extra Oath of Kaya sounds great. Absolution might be fine. Ugin sounds fine. Mortify doesn't seem particularly good. Kaya's Wrath is dog poop. Need 2 more cuts here. The UK, rip. At least other countries are lining up to prove that, like, you know, not everybody else can be as bad as the US. Is it Oath Out? Like, they have killing their 3/3s important. Killing their borrowers are important. I think Absolution's actually just not the play. Oath of Kaya also gives me things to sack to Doom Foretold, which is nice. Kinda resolving 6 mana cards is also just like a tall order against like what the opponent's doing. Trail of Crumbs is real good for sure. All right, hoping to hit a land in our next 2 draws to get that old turn 3 Doom Foretold going. All right, I got you, Firestorm. I know when someone's asking for help. Gonna make you productive, okay? Perfect. Please play a Teferi. I'm gonna put this out tap for now, because I think next turn I can go Oven, potentially get it to eat a counter spell, and then play Doom Foretold as a follow-up. If they just let this resolve, I might just activate Gilded Goose this turn. And if they bite here, we'll go land Doom. Yep. If they have second veto, they have second veto. I don't have a Duress in sight anyways, so. No, second veto is really good. Discard a card, we draw a card, we get a 2/2. This is unfortunate. Decking could be a real concern here, so I'm going to kill the Ashiok. When we eventually win the game, we should win by plenty, so I'm gonna kill the Ashiok here. I'm just gonna pass here and make a food with the goose, I think. Soon it'll just be called K for Kingdom, or witnessing the end of the U. Yeah, I heard some people say that, like, the people that didn't vote for Brexit might try and leave the UK, which is wild. I'm just gonna YOLO this. They have a counter, they have a counter. If they don't have a counter, we're super far ahead. So like, because they have this Castle Vantress here, waiting to cast this means it's less likely to resolve. So just jamming it ASAP means it's more likely to stick, so. think I just want to do that. The fact that Goose making food lets you kind of sacrifice food tokens by sacrificing the cat to Doom Foretold is really sweet here as well. Double bottom, you love to see it. So they can flash in Borrower here, or they can discard a card and we draw. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No! No! Oh, the pride cometh before the fall, chap. The pride, she cometh before the fall. The pride cometh before the fall. Oh no, they exiled my planes. Tilt. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What the actual fuck? So, for people, sorry, apologies. Thanks, Magic Arena. So, my opponent flashed in Brazen Borrower in response to my Doom Foretold trigger, and I had enough to play Murderous Rider, and it never gave me priority to kill their Brazen Borrower before the Doom Foretold trigger resolved. Like they should, like, that's huge. Like, they should discard this card, and I should be ahead of card in a 2/2. That's really frustrating. I'm glad it didn't let me respond to it on the stack, Tumos. I didn't click OK. They literally, I never had priority. It never gave me priority while the Borrower was on the stack because there were no targets in play for this. There was no OK button. I know the button's blocked by my ad roll in the corner here, but it never gave me priority because there were no targets for this. We might still win this, but we should be really far ahead, and we're not. We're just like kind of in it.
This isn't a fight you can win.
All right, so in response to this, I'm gonna make a thing. I'm gonna sack the thing, make a food. Sick. And like, our deck's great, and they're playing blue-white control, so like, you know, we're still ahead here, but like, this game's much harder than it needs to be because that bug happened. Hey, Tim, thanks for the 2 months of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, it's just a huge buzzkill, right? Like, I felt like we were just having like, the game was good. Like, there were back and forth, there were good swings, and then, like, suddenly we're further behind than we should be because Magic Arena sucks. No, MT Squee. The solution is when there's a trigger on the stack, you shouldn't auto pass priority when I have a removal spell in hand and targets in play. So there's a very easy conditional there. If there's a trigger on the stack and there's a removal target in play and I have a removal spell, don't fucking auto pass. It's really, really simple. Do I play the other Trail of Crumbs out here? I kind of think I don't. I think I'm going to Doom Foretold and Murderous Rider and just pass here. Sure, yeah, that could be it too. They could give priority when someone responds to one of my triggers specifically. That too. How many cards do we have in deck? 24 to their 36. Look at that. Played around planner cleansing like a champ. No, that's just me self-moderating, Ernst. Because there's people who watch my stuff who have kids. So I prefer parents be able to make informed decisions to know if there's going to be strong language in one of my videos. There isn't like a formal YouTube rating system or something like that I'm trying to adhere to. I watch your videos with my kids live because I like to live dangerously. To be fair, like, my outburst there is more the exception than the norm. In, like, a 7-hour segment, there's probably less than I can count on two-hand swear words in the average day. Which is more than some people are comfortable with, but, you know, I'm human, and I try, but I fail. Your videos are marked as child appropriate when they weren't. No, it's the opposite, actually. The thing that people are potentially getting in trouble for is flagging their videos as not child appropriate when they are.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Yeah, I just, like, grew up casually swearing. So, like, it's hard to undo many, many years. Unprogram myself, basically. The White Castle with Witch's Oven, getting the Cauldron Familiars going has been sweet too. They're at 5, so I'm just going to try and end the game here. Especially with this castle, every point counts. Alright, do you have a counterspell? Probably. You're at 3 though, so... Is it an absorb? It's always an absorb, right? I don't even think this matchup's bad for us. Like, Arena tried really hard to make us lose, and we're still in this game. It's just tedious. Even when your matchup in matches like this is fine, it's just a tedious gameplay. Arena skipped through giving me priority and put me really far behind this game that otherwise would be a huge favorite to win. Now we're just a small favorite instead of a huge favorite. You know, first world problems. First world magic problems. I should be a huge favorite to win this game right now. Instead, it's kind of close. Yes, a good one too. Yay, castles, chat. I did see them, Niv. It's a welcome change. We're gonna lose this stupid game because of that bug. Okay. Okay. I mean, the cats might still pull us through here. I don't know, the castle's been real good. I don't know, the mana's been fine. I think I overreacted to the mana. Yeah, we're probably still a favorite to win from here. And by that I mean they're dead. Oh, well that took forever, but this was great. Kicking and screaming, chat. Kicking and screaming. It was Arena was just creating more suspenseful television, right? It was better TV for that game to be closer. I don't know how I feel about the Kaya's Wraths in this deck. Feel like there's a chance they're nonsense. You're officially the 1%. I can't believe they still haven't fixed this bug. Just like the randomly show double Sphinx of Foresight in the opening hand. It's like a card to tier 1 deck. I guess it doesn't really impact the game for very long. It's just real annoying. Alright, so this cat's about to get bone crushed, right? That's unfortunate. Day late and $1 short, little oven. I don't know, maybe the Kaya's Wraths are fine. Like, they're really good against Nissa. Like, really good. Hey, we might get to see Oven plus Castle here again. Get our kitty back. Stop it, Punchworthy. I don't know that we did a 2K. I think the 2K one is still undecided. 25K and 2K are still, or 200K are both still. Jury's still out on those. Okay, so Jack the Redder, every time a person casts a spell or takes a game action, puts an ability, both players are supposed to get a round of priority before the next thing on the stack resolves. That's how the rules of Magic works. So, yes, I am confident what we experienced was a bug. It is very different from what you're explaining with the Planeswalker. Actually, it's the same thing. So, when a Planeswalker resolves, the active player gains priority once something comes off the stack. So it is similar to what you're talking about, but doesn't do what you say because you don't understand the detail. I think we've died, chat. Don't really have a catch back up from here, right? I can Murderous Rider something now. But still feels pretty dead, man. So we could theoretically draw Kaya's Wrath plus a land, because this can cantrip into a land. So we're not just dead here. Well, that's real loose. Counter your Brazen Borrower. Oh, honey. I guess Murderous Rider technically keeps us alive next turn too, huh? I don't know. I mean, they're still pretty far ahead, right? They did just miss gaining 10 health, yeah. Yeah, their sequencing on that turn seems, I don't know. They're probably far enough ahead that it just doesn't matter. They're probably just like playing fast and loose because they're super far ahead. Been there. We need to see a Doom Foretold much quicker in this matchup. We see an early Doom Foretold. This is probably pretty good for us, but without a Doom Foretold, we just have a hard time keeping the board in check. Dead to red Cavalier here, because it makes Cavalier Gales deal a 6 point of damage. Duress is great. Despark's great. Absolution is not. I know Kaya's Wrath was like okay there, but I don't think it's actually very good in general here. I'm gonna trim a couple Oaths as well. Actually, I'd probably rather have Oath now. Rider's probably better than Oath. Oh, Return to Nature kills their fires too, right? Hey, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. That'd be Cavalier, not Teresa. Thanks for keeping me around. I'm gonna trim one Murderous Rider. Alright, let's try this. I like how their solution for the audio bug wasn't to actually fix the cause. It was just like to clear the audio afterwards. After you finish sideboarding. I think I just mulligan this, right? I guess it has Return to Nature. Huh? Is it greedy to keep this in the back of Trail of Crumbs? Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan this. Yeah, this is better. Hey, Nebd. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. What are spells, baby? Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Let's just clear that out. The cat came back the very next day. Oh, they thought he was a goner, but he just couldn't stay away, away, away. Hey, hey, hey. Trying to automate our jobs. Trying to take jobs from hardworking mods, Punchworthy. I'm gonna wait on bringing the cat back, because if I draw a Trail of Breadcrumbs, I can draw a card. Nothing but net. Nothing but net. Shishisha. Alright. Alright. Play to your outs, chat. Play to your outs. Your move, Yugi boy. Is that the reverse burgle? So I guess we start with this. Sick. Sick. There's a Command Zone podcast where the stacks talked. I'm sure there's a lot of resources where the stacks talked about in depth. All right, they are all the way down to 10 here. We have a bunch of cards in hand, though, and we've got, like, no action left. Yep. All right, so this draws 2 cards. That's nice. Yikes. That's probably true, Frost Otter. I would bet MTGO is better than Arena at teaching you how the paper rules work. Just because it's far more rigid in its implementation. What you got over there? Duress might not be good here. Duress might not be good here, chat. Where are my Doom Foretolds at? Speaking of. You're putting my trail... That lets me, That's an interesting play, because now this generates another food, right? So, like, I get to play this and bring the other cat back and draw an extra card. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate you, I think. Okay, Mortify is good. We've seen so many cards. There's 3 cards on the bottom of our deck that we know, and there's 37 cards total, so we're through 26 cards at the moment. Hey, Pelly. If you're around, can you do me a favor and let me know if any of those cards they said are borked are in the Stretcher deck that's listed in my deck queue? Was planning to play the Stretcher deck today. They're planning just like double Borrower here. Second Trail of Crumbs. Yep. Sick. Okay. Perfect, Belly. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not planning to be done for like another... I'm not planning to be done with Magic for like another 90 minutes or so at least. We got plenty of time. I assume this game's in the bag at this point. Unless they have like a surprise planner cleansing, we should be far enough that they're not coming back. Six months in, looking forward to 6 months and beyond. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the half year, Lilivap. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Sack this cat, bring it back, draw a card. Only get to draw 1 card here, but that's fine. We get to draw plenty next turn. Yeah, there we go. My lands are in here. Just 1. Deal. That one. Kill it with fire. Or Rider. Kill it with Rider. Cook the cat. Bring the cat back. Just looking for a Doom Foretold here. Good golly. Where are my Dooms, chat? Where are my Dooms? I swear there's 4 of them in here. There's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards at the bottom of our deck. So we have 4 Doom Foretold in 23 cards here. So statistically speaking, we're going to cast a Doom Foretold next turn. It's going to be great, chat. It's going to be great. I believe in a thing called love. Need to look at 4 more cards here. So the passage is gonna be useless here soon, but I don't want to shuffle all the non-Doom cards back into my deck. So I'm intentionally not playing the passage because at some point we will find a Doom Foretold, and we're more likely to find it if I don't shuffle all the non-Doom Foretold cards from the bottom of my deck back in. Will we? We're going to see our entire deck this game, chat, okay? That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is we're going to see our entire deck this game. We definitely did not board it out. It's very good in this matchup. Oh, well that was bound to happen, right? This was certainly the only possible outcome here. Was that right there? Only possible outcome. All right, there we go. There's my friends. The truth is out there, sheeple. The truth is out there. The shuffler's is flat. Shuffler's is rigged as the earth is flat. Oh, you know, I should have played the passage now because I would have shuffled the Doom Foretold back in, right? So I should have played it now because I could have shuffled it back in. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. The shuffler's as flat as the earth is rigged. Exactly. See, you understand. Run it back. I'm happy with it. Take it back now, y'all. Oh, maybe I didn't want Duress. I don't know how I feel about this card. It's good here on turn 1 for sure. These have so many creatures in their archetype. This might be wrong to have in my deck. Playing hundreds of games of Magic, there's no way I could have hands that are as bad as Wizards is actively giving me. Yep. Yeah, exactly. So you get it. All right, they topped a bunch of cards here, so I assume they're about to hit a bunch of land drops. Hey, Base, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So, if you're holding a card up like this, the card draw animation is faster. And that's a bug that's existed. Maybe it's a feature. That's something that Arena has done for a very long time. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a feature. Oh. Hey, Rang Tangy, thank you for the 1.5 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Nibar, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Take my Bezo bucks before Bernie takes them away. I don't think Bernie's coming for your Amazon Prime. Think your Amazon Prime's gonna be A-okay under the burn. Hey, Gooder. Thanks for the sub-gifties, I appreciate it. Remember, newest members of Hoaglandia, the gift of speech that Bash Gooder giveth, the gift of speech Bash Gooder can taketh away. Use your newfound powers wisely. Feel the burn indeed. I think it's right to kill their 5-drop over jamming Doom Foretold this turn. Feels bad, man. What are my best draws here even? Is it just like removal spells? What am I looking for? Trail of Crumbs. Yeah, that's good, right? Nah, I ended up not putting the second planes in. I think it's fine. 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 They kill us real quick, fairly quickly. So I'm going to 2 here. So I'm dead to Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, red gives trample, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to 2. However, next turn, they're going to sacrifice one of these. And then this Trail of Breadcrumbs is going to let me gain 3. So I'm going to sack a Cauldron Familiar here to Doom Foretold. I'm going to go ahead and play Trail of Crumbs. Sack the food it makes to gain 3 life. And draw a card. We'd really like to draw a Fabled Passage or a basic land here. So if they draw another creature here, we're dead. But, so we're pretty likely dead here. Close game. The second Kenrith really punished my sequencing because I prioritized getting or killing this as opposed to getting the Doom Foretold down earlier, which was then punished by this. So any other creature here, we will be dead. Bottoms up is good for us. If they brick on a creature here, like these, if these are both lands, we're in an incredibly good spot. Thanks for wasting my time. So we had a good shot there. The old play the unnecessary card out first. Yep. It's like, oh, good, we survived. Oh, 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 man. I'd be surprised if that matchup's bad for us overall. I feel like Doom Foretold is really good at kind of putting the Fires deck in a corner. Yeah, that game was pretty close. I think I misprioritized my mana on one of those turns. I should have not killed the Kenrith, and I should have played the Doom Foretold a turn sooner. I think that game would have ended up differently for us. Should just prioritize getting Doom Foretold down as soon as possible in order to get the most impact from it. Yeah, they're back to doing core sets most years, I believe now. Is it every year? A political analyst from CNN is tweeting what they claim to be a quote from someone in the White House. That is, this is a quote. Hillary Clinton purposely lost the election with the aid of Russian hacking so the Democrats could impeach Trump. Is there like an escape hatch for this timeline? I feel like I would like to pause the timeline and please get off. Can I please get off of the timeline? I would like to get off of the timeline. I'm gonna quote tweet that with that. I would. No, we're not gonna. Oh, God. Oh, God. Something, deep state, something, Illuminati, something. I just... You don't understand how to play 6D political chess. Oh, there was there a Hillary reaction? That's great. That's great. You don't have to scroll down far to find her response. That's... Yeah, looks like another Fires matchup, which is good. I'm interested to see how this matchup plays out overall. Like I said, I think this matchup on paper looks like it should be good for us. I want to get a little bit more experience playing it. I enjoyed watching Designated Survivor because the president in that show acts presidential. Ain't that the truth? So, making a food there means I can't hold Murderous Rider up this turn, so maybe that's wrong, because they're pretty likely to play a 5-drop. They're just playing Bone Crusher. I'm pretty happy. That's fine for me. I've worked in various parts of government for 25 years. We are far too dumb on the whole to pull off anything which requires secrecy. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any idea how pre-election... You mean the primaries, Gilger? By pre-election, do you mean the primary? I just want to be sure I understand what you mean by pre-election. And if you're referring to the primaries, it depends on your state. You should look up. Some states require people to declare in advance. Other states you can just walk in, and as long as you're registered to vote, you pick Democrat or primary. You pick Democrat or Republican there. We're gonna draw some cards, chat. We're gonna draw some cards. We're gonna draw some lands, some other cards too, hopefully. Yeah, Illinois is an open primary too. All right, I'd really love to draw a Doom Foretold. Hopefully it doesn't take us to the last 18 cards of our deck to find a Doom Foretold here. Sick. That's true. I could have just sacked a bunch of food to the trigger. I didn't think about that. That's a good observation. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. Where are my dooms at, chat? Why am I incapable of having my 4 of in the top half of my deck? Why? Why, chat? Why? They're forever clubbed. All right, so I'm going to toggle full control mode, so this way I can look at what I'm getting before I decide if I want to sack another food or not. So I can resolve this. And I can know that I'm getting actual crap here. So now, still in response to this coming back, I can sack another food. Okay. All right. We did it. We did it. I think you're the only person in Arena who knows how to do this. Why do you say that, Marty? Yeah, like, when the Arena interface passed my priority without letting me do a thing earlier, like, I generally understand how the interface of this application works very well. Like, I literally use it for my job, right? Like, I have a lot of experience with it. So, like... Takes a lot to catch me up, usually. These cards, yeah. All right, are we done here? I feel like we're done here, huh? I have like 800 card draws in play. So I don't get to draw a card with this, unfortunately, but we're gonna survive. I'm gonna gain 8 here, which is valuable. And then you'll notice I put a stop on my upkeep here. The reason for this is I wanna bring a Cauldron Familiar back into play in response to my Doom Foretold trigger. And I want to wait till my upkeep to do this so I can untap my lands to pay for my Trail of Crumbs. So we're going to pass back to my turn. And in response, if you don't put a stop on your upkeep, you don't get to respond to your own triggers, I believe. But if I understand the interface correctly and how the auto pass tends to work. Reno is allowing them to order the triggers. Yeah, that's a gameplay setting. So if you click here and click gameplay, you can uncheck auto order triggered abilities. Which, for certain instances like that, it's useful. But they want it. You can't fix stupid, dude. Like, listen. People like that extra telling me I don't understand what's going on even though it's my job to understand is part of the reason why we're in sub-only mode, okay? It's part of the reason why we're here in sub-only mode today. Alright, so I want the Desparks and the Return to Natures. The Duresses were kind of medium in the last matchup. So I think I'm going to avoid skip bringing those in this time. I'm going to trim Othakaya here, I think. I'm going to leave Kaya's Wrath to clear out their dorks. Do we ever play Absolution? The Absolutions are for the cat mirrors. So we've yet to play a cat mirror, so Absolution has not been relevant yet. It's not amazing, but I think it's fine. Broke 50k. You can bump a deck by 10 points with that, or you're allowed to hold it on up. Save up to be one of Hoaglandia's Shillionaires. Goose, eh? We'll go play that on 2 now. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I clicked it! Oh, they're gonna stone rain us. Oh, mercy, don't stone rain me. Don't do it. Don't stone rain me. Don't. Whoo! Whoo! Alright. Alright, God bless. They named Witches of It. Thank goodness. How dead is this board? Okay, fair. Yeah, let's just bring this back and attack them. If we're gonna change this deck to Historic, what change do we make? I have no idea. So, it's funny, I didn't say it out loud, but I do think this is the only non-land card I don't bottom there. I'm not sure if this is part of the problem. Probably, Niv. This is our second opponent in a row on Jeskai, yep. Sick. Gonna get him, chat. Was there an argument to playing the Scryland before the draw since everyone was shut off? I don't know, maybe. It's technically like a wash, right, extras? So the upside to playing it afterwards is that the upside to playing it after is that you have another card in your hand, so you get to make your scry with more information. Would be the difference. So I think it's better to wait. Just waiting on that land. Correct, yeah. We're killing this before they discard. It gives them a little bit more information before they discard, but it potentially saves me damage if they're going to discard lands. Slow and steady, chat. Slow and steady. You like trail, crack the egg in order to try and find a land. That's not how Magic works. I can't just crack an egg. Oh, I can sack this to make mana of any color. You are right. That's we actually didn't consider that. You're right. This is a different non-food ability. Yes. Yeah, that's actually sweet. That's a good suggestion. This is the actual egg. Got it. That's fine. We drew a land. They're super far behind. Yeah, the details are on the actual golden egg. Egg, I was just taking egg to mean like generic food, but you're right. Yeah, it's a good suggestion. It's a good thing that comes up. I haven't played Trail of Crumbs with golden egg before. It's neat. Oh no! Oh no! So I missed a point there because I can't activate oven while this is out. That's so awkward. That's funny. Haha. Funny haha. Haven't played against this card in a while. This card seems sweet. It's good against Splash. I like it. Yeah, you should always save the golden egg. Should always save the golden egg. Yeah, Doom doesn't care about this token because you can't sacrifice tokens to it. All right, so we're gonna sack the cat. We're gonna bring the cat back, sacking the egg. We're gonna sack the cat. Go. This build's been sweet. Doom Foretold is an incredibly powerful card, but the Esper deck that it was in always felt like it kind of sucked. So, like, getting to play it in a deck that doesn't suck is fun. Thanks for the 3 months of support there, Wellborn. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, they should definitely gain life there because they're dead. They were dead on board. I mean, is this deck bad against aggro, K9? Like, our deck has a bunch of food. It has the Cauldron Familiar package, with the cat oven package. It has Kaya's Wrath and it has Oathakaya. I'm not convinced this deck is bad against aggro. Oh, no, I think the Esper deck was just bad. I don't think there's a bad against aggro. I think the Esper deck is just bad. You think, like, Knights is a hard matchup? Why is Knights a hard matchup, Sal? Can you explain? All right, we're going to play one more with this, and then we're going to dive into some Abzan Hero. And then we're going to close things out today with some Mythgard. No, I don't think so. I think Dawn of Hope does it again. Like, when you want to suggest a card, don't list what the card does in my deck. List what problems my deck has that the card solves. That's the way you want to approach deck building. Because there's lots of cards that, like, do stuff with the cards in my deck. But, like, figuring out just endless Jeskai, huh? Rubber band match against Jeskai here. We're 1-1. And he's just doing doubles in Mythgard? No, not at all. I do not have the brain capacity to figure out something new today. So they actually only have 2 Scry Sphinxes. There's a bug on Arena where it double reveals Sphinxes. So if you have 1, it shows 2. If you have 2, it shows 4. What if you have all 4 Sphinx? That's a good question. The client probably just crashes. Doom Foretold's a great draw here. We haven't had this on 4 against any of their starts yet. Wonder if I actually want to wait to play this on my 5 until after they get, like, fires or something down. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to attack for 1 and pass here. Because if they play Fires and then Sphinx, I can Murderous Rider the Sphinx, and then Doom Foretold kills the Fires, which is great. Yep, perfect. Yeah, a lot of the longer time subs have fewer timeouts, Just because, like, they became subs before, like, that was a meme. Or they became mods before that was a meme. Yeah, I agree, extras. Part of the payoff here is the fact that, like, it stunts their development. Oh, they could flash in Borrower here, huh? Sure. Yeah, it's one of their 2 spells for the turn. Oh gosh, do they have a swamp? If they have a swamp, we could be in trouble. No swamp, good. I've seen some of these decks play a swamp with their Fabled Passage for Kenrith. Hey, Civil Penguin. Thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. His swamp ability is return a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield under its owner's control. Sick. Yup. Yup. This feels good. Yep. Yeah, I agree. The first match that we played this and we ended up losing a close game 3, I felt like we got pretty unfortunate. Feel like we have pretty good tools here overall. So like they get to fetch and draw a card here, but if they like don't have another Brazen Borrower here, they're gonna be in a pretty big amount of trouble. They're just gaining life, sure. Would you like to lose Kenny or Fires? They could draw a card here or like gain 5 and then lose Kenny. They're losing Fires, okay. That's bold. I guess they can like Sphinx and then like haste and attack me for 9, but like they're gonna lose both their things next turn, right? Go. Sack both your dudes. Man, all the good decks in this standard format are just like, are they pure misery or what? Like, where's Field of the Dead? I definitely miss me some Field of the Dead. Yeah, you got a Time Raveler. Enjoy. Bounce whatever you want. Dealer's choice. There's no way there are really 5 people. Come on now. That's a joke, Marty. All right, so in response to this, sack this food. Draw a card. I'm going to get to Othakaya this Teferi. Then they'll discard 2 cards. We'll draw 2 cards next turn. All while slowly whittling them down with this cat in this oven. And like having this extra. I think I'm sacking cat plus trail here. Is my plan. Oh, do they have a way to kill my cat? Okay. Okay, so I am going to lose a Doom Foretold here. I think that's fine. So we'll go Othakaya, Kill Time Raveler, land, egg, oven. Yes, Abzan Hero is the next deck. It's going to be the last match with this one. Sure, Fires. What are your last couple cards here? Is this one a good one? Doesn't look like it. The cat can't attack anyways here because this is a 4-3, so I'm going to wait to bring it back in case we draw Trail of Crumbs. This stream was pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. I love how when you upload this to YouTube, that is true. That is true. When people watch this on YouTube later, it was actually really, in fact, recorded in front of a live studio audience. How many lands are in their bin? 1, 2. Are they dead? They're dead, right? Well. Yeah, I don't know if the standard format makes for very good television. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't been getting that many standard submissions. So if the quantity of standard submissions doesn't pick up, we might do a little bit less standard and a little bit more historic. We'll see. At the end of the year, sub-survey is going to have questions about Standard and Historic and Pioneer and all that on there, so I'm interested to see how that shakes out too. But so far, I've definitely been getting more Historic submissions than Standard, and I'd kind of be surprised if that changes. I think my plan, so next week, I'm going to be live for 3 days because of Christmas. And I think I'm planning to do 2 Historic and 1 Standard next week. And then the week of New Year's, I'm going to do 5 long days and probably do 3 Historic, 2 Standard. Yeah, and like nothing's set in stone, right? So like if we do less Standard towards the end of a cycle, that makes sense. Hey, Per Green came for the sweet deck sub for the good politics of the well-moderated community. Thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. And Lilint, thanks for the quarter of a year as well. I appreciate the Prime support, folks. Thanks for keeping me around. I mean, that's the big appeal to like all the non-rotating formats, right? Like, I would not be surprised if Historic content ends up being more popular than Standard in the long run, similar to Pioneer. Just because, like, never having to worry about the deck you enjoy rotating is a big draw for a lot of people. The favorite Pioneer deck, definitely Blue-Red Eldrazi. One of my questions on the sub-survey at the end of the year is going to be, if I stop doing Modern, does that make you more likely to continue subbing, less likely to continue subbing, or the same? So, if you're someone who enjoys Modern, you should make sure you answer that. I'm interested to see how that question goes. But not, if there is a demand for Modern, I will likely not be playing lots of bad decks. It would be mostly good decks, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's just not a big desire for Modern in general. Question that lets you rank your preferred formats. So my sub-surveys always have the questions worded as check all the formats you sub to support, and then I let you pick a first favorite. I should probably figure out if Google Forms supports letting me rank first to last. I don't know, that metric might be more difficult to parse in terms of like how useful it is though too. Yeah, I kind of feel like I would bet there's a good chance that the people who still like Modern at this point are people that like the more competitive decks. Because the less competitive decks in Modern haven't been good for a while. Yeah, at a minimum, you get to check all the formats you like, and then you get to pick a first favorite.
Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're mostly interested in Modern for like best deck style gameplay, you're probably better off watching other content creators make that. This has never been a best deck sort of stream. After Christmas, Anaphylactic. Probably the 26th. I like to give folks a chance to know that it's coming up about a week out, because I know there's some people that sub on occasion. Getting to make your voice heard encourages some people to pull the trigger on a sub or a resub. So if I give people a heads up, it often results in a little extra revenue so people can vote.
Here we go.
Force ranking isn't that useful. Someone like all 4 formats the same, but their response would be the sum of someone who loves this. Yeah, that's. I think my check all the ones you like, pick a favorite is a pretty good spot to be. I don't know. I feel like looking at that information has been valuable to me. I don't know that changing to a ranked system really changes it much. Sub only chats 3s and I sub. Yeah, I don't think you're alone in that. Gilded, thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. And if you haven't done one of my surveys before, it's not a wizard survey. It'll take you less than 5 minutes. It's like 6 questions. 6 questions and a free response. Ooh, score each format from 1 to 5. That's a good suggestion. I'm gonna make a note to look at. I bet Google's Forms does that. Allow ranking format enjoyment 1 to 5. That's a good note. That's relatively quick. It's shorter than a timeout. That's a good metric. I'm subbed because it's cheaper than TV and I watch you way more. That's honestly a good metric. If you're someone who watches Twitch and you watch someone on Twitch more than you watch Netflix or Hulu or whatever other streaming service you pay for, that's the line that you should sub to that person. If you pay for a streaming service that you watch less than someone stream on Twitch, you should give that streamer $5 a month. Doom. At this point, I subscribe to Prime for the Twitch benefit rather than delivery. That's good too, right? Like, if you know you're gonna sub to someone, you might as well just pay for Prime if you're gonna use Prime a little bit. I think I just want to jam Doom here. Start working him down. I've been playing your Pioneer Abzan hero list, and I thought that's what was coming up. If you recall it, could you maybe give me an idea of playing something in place of Once Upon a Time? I'd probably just add more top-end mana flood gaming. Most of the decks that had Once Upon a Time where it since got the Axe, obviously, I've just been adding 2 lands and 2 spells. So these have Trample, which sucks. So let's just sack the cat and bring it back and draw a card here. So we're going down to 7 here. The cat makes us go to 8. Rider's perfect, right? Because Rider lets me go Rider, Despark this, Rider this, and then they get to discard a card to Doom Foretold next turn, which is great. I take a little bit of damage here. No, I don't die to Kenrith because I get a 2/2 and gain life, right? Yeah, sick. So I'm going to 4, but I'm going to go to 6 during their upkeep. And not only do I go to 6 during their upkeep, but I can sack the knight to get a food to bring the cat back, which is great. Yeah, I've liked this build a lot. I need to find a standard deck for the Mythic Championship qualifier weekend, and I think I'm adding this to the list. I think I probably want to play a cat oven deck. I agree that a lot of them seem to think if I play music, I don't interact at all. That's definitely true. A lot of people play music to fill their downtime, right? Like, I don't think it's a stretch to say that, I don't think it's a stretch to say that I talk more than the average streamer does during my segments. When I saw this on the ladder, I thought it was sweet, but my Mayhem Devils ran the opponent over. Should we just play 4-color? That's probably worth testing. We should probably test splashing Mayhem Devil. That's what I should do. With the 4 eggs, that might be feasible. We have like Goose and 4 eggs. Am I disconnected? Their timer? Okay, I think... Oh, God bless America. All right, so I'm restarting Arena here. I think there's a chance I'm disconnected and Arena didn't tell me. So let's reload. Yay! Release software! Yay! If their Teferi has an ability on the stack, I'm going to be really upset. This stupid program, man. I'm glad I had timeout. We're almost at the end of my last timeout here. That's so unreasonable. It's unreal that Wizards has multiple software products where none of them have correct timeout or disconnect notifications. Also, how the flip was I disconnected? Like, nothing else even hiccuped. I literally didn't drop a frame on my Twitch stream. I have 100% frame transfer at the moment.
Sorry I'm late.
Like, completely unacceptable. The fact that the only way I get to know that I'm disconnected is their timer hitting the thing. And if I wasn't paying close enough attention, I could have very easily missed that, right? Like if I wasn't watching their timer, like I shouldn't have to watch when I don't have priority to figure out what the flip is going on. All right, so we're hoping to find another Murderous Rider here. All right, so I think we just do this, and then we play a cat, and then we sack cat, draw 2 cards with the trails at the end of their turn. That isn't just me who's been watching thinking how great Unicycle Demon would be. I mean, the card's absurd, right? You've played Arena for 1,000 hours. Only 1,000 hours. Come on now. Come on now, you're only 1,000 hours in.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
How does their timer let you know that you're disconnected? Because their timer hits the ticked all the way down, and it doesn't start going back up, or it doesn't use one of their timeouts. Yeah, their timer gets all the way empty. Probably chumping with Goose here. They conveniently don't have enough mana to Cavalier in haste. They do have enough mana to Kenrith in haste. They're going to die pretty quickly to these cat triggers, though, so that's nice. Grab some lands that don't hurt me. Eat the cat. Bring it back. They're going to 5 here. Is this lethal? This is not lethal, right? If I kill this, I hit them for 2. Yeah, I'm just going to Mortify the Sphinx here. I should check how many lands they have in the bin, too. That's a good call. 0. Nice. Trail is really good. You know, the amount of card advantage it generates, I think most people underestimated, myself included. I'm actually just gonna pass here and just like leave the ability to eat a bunch of food. Just in case they try and punk us out somehow. Yeah, that felt pretty good. So we lost the first one to Jeskai, but then we ended up winning the next two. The one we lost, I felt like we got pretty unfortunate. I think this deck lines up pretty well into what they're doing overall. Doom Foretold's always a card that's felt really powerful. I just felt like it didn't have a good home for things surrounding it. And as far as the Esper deck was concerned, this deck really felt very reasonable. I think I would like to try and be greedy with this deck and splash red into it. Probably cut like these two and an Oathakaya, or maybe get rid of these Mortifies and put some Devils in. Maybe go up to a 26th land just because we have Devil. But with Egg and Goose and Fabled Passage, if we get up to a bunch of Fabled Passages, it might be very possible to, like, make Devil playable in this deck. Because, notably, when your opponent sacks things to Doom Foretold, that triggers Devil as well. So that's kind of neat. All right, what are we doing? We've got one more standard deck today. We are going to dive into some Abzan Hero as the last deck of the day, featuring Kisis the Hidden Hand, which is a combo card we've been playing, a little bit more fair shell. I'm going to hit an ad roll while we get set up for this, and when I get back, we're going to play some Abzan mid-range here with Hero. So back in a few, folks. Thanks for hanging out today.